better way to wash your hands, all you hard-working mans. Mountain Man Skrub. MountainManSkrub.com. That's Skrub. Skrub.
Whoa, I hit the button twice. That's not good. Let me get us live here. Hide this. There we go. We're live.
Hey.
I got Chuck and Mary with us from Mountain Man Skrub. What's up, guys?
What's up?
Hey.
So it's been kind of a crazy journey. I wanted to invite you on here. Most people that have met us don't know. Chuck and I have known each other since like elementary school-ish,
Yeah.
so 137 years or so. And we kind of reconnected in 2020 during the pandemic, and you were going through some rough times. We got a lot of really cool announcements here today, and I'm excited to share them. But really, if you could, for those maybe watching the first time, because this is broadcasting live on your Facebook, your YouTube, our Facebook, our YouTube, and we'll share it all over. So who are you? What is Mountain Man Skrub? And what have the last 3 years been like? Let's start with who you are.
My name is my beautiful bride, Mary Maddox. And basically, we folk, we were holding down 40, 50, 60 hour plural. And about 8 years ago, we had this epiphany, if you will. And the stuff that I was absolutely using for my feet, I didn't realize Skrub, if you will. A lot of people who shop craft fair world, they know sugar scrubs. And basically, I was absorbing the sugar, and my numbers going through the roof. Both my uncle and my beautiful bride kind of knocked their heads together. Great. It was trial and error, and we came up with a great scrub. It is 100% table salt free and pretty cool. So we call it Mountain Man Skrub. Like, what are we going to call this? Like foo-foo scrub. And found out that it takes off gas, and standing there going, nothing takes gasoline off. Nothing takes deer blood and certain smells like onions and hardcore jalapeno does. We found out this took off gasoline and diesel. It was like an epiphany right there, saying that we need to market to guys. And growing up in the world of scouts, Indian lore and mountain man lore type of activities, kind of came to us, Ozark Mountain Man Skrub, and we became Ozark Mountain Man Skrub. Hey Jim, you gotta listen to this. It's about the Ozark Mountain Man Skrub. Ozark Mountain Man Skrub. Ozark Mountain. We don't
Mouthful.
even Ozarks. So, as new business owners, that's who we were going to be. Somebody finally said, "You don't even live in the Ozarks. Why do you call it Ozark Mountain Man Skrub?" Drop the Ozark part, and Mountain Man Skrub kind of just really rolls off the tongue. We started at a small craft fair, exploded, and we knew we had something to offer. So, and ended up letting her job go and helping her as much as I could while I was working. And finally, I asked for too many days. That's when I finally ended up quitting my job, and we became a tag the whole Midwest, and we exploded. We liked think we exploded, so our business took off for what we knew it could be at that time. So.
Well, that's great. You guys are cutting out a little bit. I don't know if everyone can hear. We've got some people that are waiting to jump on, but can you guys hear me okay? Am I choppy or am I good? Okay.
You're good.
You're good on my end.
Perfect. So Chuck and Mary and I checked with the other people on here, it was cutting out just a little bit, but you guys started a family-run business, family-owned business, and created a diabetic-friendly body scrub. And one of the reasons why you did that is because you were using the scrub on your feet and you were absorbing the sugar. So I'm kind of repeating what you said in case anyone missed it. But Mary and your uncle, correct me if I'm wrong, really went to work trying to put something together to save your life, honestly, because your sugars were up. For those of you that know people impacted by diabetes, Chuck is type 2. I'm also a type 2 diabetic. So very familiar with what that takes and how easily things can absorb into the bloodstream. We reconnected with you in 2020 during the pandemic. We put on an event called Streamathon, and Streamathon was to benefit small businesses. It was put on by NextCore and a ton of other sponsors, really some incredible people that put that together. But you guys were struggling because your craft fair, your outlet to sell your product, was literally shut down virtually nationwide and virtually overnight. So we got together and we helped you put together a website. That was the first iteration of your website. Our team, I think, did a pretty good job putting it together, and you started selling online. And really that's what sustained you through 2020 and part of 2021 until things started opening up, right?
Right.
Yeah. So at the time we were introduced, and I'm going to bring my business partner, Larry, on here. He looks like he's sitting in the dark because he kind of is. He's out on the deck enjoying the beautiful weather. But Larry, you learned about Chuck and Mary just a few years ago. And what has your experience with Mountain Man been?
Well, I love the scrub and I use it often, and it's just great because it, renews my skin and it makes it feel soft. I'm not a diabetic, so I don't have any issues with the sugar, but it's my favorite scrub nonetheless. But my experience with Chuck and Mary, I love working with Chuck and Mary and people like that because of the passion and their commitment to family and building something from the inside out and just the love of what they do. So it's been a pleasure to get to know both of you and to help nourish your business and see it grow.
Yeah, so one of the big things that has helped it grow is the addition of the Mountain Man himself. So I met a gentleman by the name of Dre Montez. And Dre, I'm going to bring you on the call here. For those of you that don't know this man, I mentioned his name in various circles and they're like, I know Dre. Everybody knows Dre. But the guy has a heart of gold, and he joined us and he made one of the first ever Mountain Man scrub commercials. So he's also had Chuck and Mary featured on his podcast. Dre, first of all, thanks for being on and thanks for being a mountain man.
I tell you what, thank you to Jim and Larry. Thank you guys so much for what you did at NextCore. Right, there was just an incredible experience, and the fact I got to meet these two amazing people, and the way we came about and put that promotion, that collaboration together was just really incredible. And I still run that commercial spot that we did at the Goddess of the Gods Park in Illinois. I run it every day on my show on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I still run that spot. And my friends are just flabbergasted on, how did you do that? It's so many questions. People want to know about the hat. What was I at? What's going on? Is this a real ad? And then when I used it for myself, it's magnificent. It's good on your hands, feet, your knees. Great for tattoos. It's amazing. So many great things to say about it.
Yeah. So Dre, you give a little shout out to your podcast. You've got like 2,732 episodes out right now, don't you? I don't know what the total is, but you've got, I don't know, what episode are you on? 400 and something, right?
I tell you what, I just did 499 a day. Next Wednesday be my 500 podcast episode. I actually did episode 250 at NextCore, by the way. So thank you right there, NextCore, to Larry and Jim. That was real awesome and cool to do that. But
let's go break into the old building. We know the people that are there now. Let's do 500 from the Whitfield Foundation in downtown Fox Park. Let's go in there and do it.
It's so many things I want to do for the 500 episode, and I started a new show, Montez, at midday, and I do a college football show. But you can find out all about it by just following DreMontez.com. But it's so many things just happened. And NextCore was like really perpetuated that. And then what happened with the resources during COVID, a lot of people that are into live streaming and podcasting know what I'm talking about. A lot of self-employed people saw that shift and move and how to take advantage of it and how to utilize it and how to keep going. But NextCore definitely for sure. 29-17, baby, in the building.
All right, so let's talk about why we're on here. This is not a NextCore pop, although I do appreciate it, everyone. But we're here to kind of reintroduce Mountain Man Skrub. So what we were able to do was only able to get them so far with their website, and we have now helped them bring out, along with our web partner developers, Kristen Hynum and the team over at Thrive, we brought out a brand new website for them, and it just came out. It's been out for a couple days just to make sure there were no kinks and everything, and it's been working absolutely great. But the brand new Mountain Man site is out, and that's www.mountainmanskrub.com, and that's Skrub with a K. And there's a couple things we're doing to introduce this. For the rest of this month, Chuck and Mary are running the biggest promotion they've ever run, which is 25% off of their body scrub. And they have all kinds of novelty caps. So you can get political, you can get into what interests you romantically or physically. There's all kinds of things that you can do. There's a ton of novelty lids you can choose from. And I saw that look on Dre's face. Dre's going to get his scrub right now. But how you access that.
Hold on.
All right.
Dre, can you hear me? Dre.
Gotcha.
Yeah, man. If you've put this scrub on your woman, what Jim's talking about.
What?
You cut out right there. You better slow it down. Because what I heard you said and what you said are two way different things. You just told Dre if you put that on his womanhood is what it sounded like.
No. If you
I'm single right now, so say it again. What I got to do? Go.
If you put feet, I'm telling you, you'll know what Jim's talking about.
I have a foot fetish, so you're talking my language right now. Here we go.
See, this is the kind of stuff you can't script. And you guys were worried about me.
I tell you what.
And here's Ray is. He's like, I'm a foot guy.
Can we do a QR code? You send me that QR code, and I'll share it on my show starting Friday.
Absolutely.
So send that to me. I'll start sharing it on my show.
So when you go to the website, you will be able to enter a promo code. So if you've been to one of the shows and one of our distributors all across the country have given you a promo code, then use that code. It'll get you the 25% off. If you don't have a code, type in 25 off, 250FF, and you'll get the code. Dre, do you have a code?
We can do Dre Montez or Who's to Blame.
Can we just do Dre 22?
Let's do it.
DRE22. That'll also get you the 25% off. We want to know where our customers are coming from. So, Dre, I'll get that for you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then one other thing. We wanted to do something a little different. On top of promoting ourselves and introducing what's going on, I don't know anyone that hasn't been impacted by cancer. And November's No Shave November. But if you look at some of the mountain men, they never shave. So we're like no shave November all the time here at Mountain Man Skrub. And so we wanted to do something. We're adding a code so that when you buy a jar of Mountain Man Skrub, you'll be able to select one of 3 cancer-related charities that you can select in the checkout process, and we'll donate a portion of the sale of every single jar of Mountain Man Skrub to one of those charities. So we have what do we have? St. Jude's, Susan G. Koman, and the American Cancer Foundation. I think I said that right. But those 3 charities all are involved in different aspects. You may have preference of one over the other, but either way, select one of them. It costs you nothing, and we're going to make a donation to support cancer research, to support cancer, helping the programs, those organizations helping people that are impacted by probably the most dreadful disease of our lifetime in this generation. And let's put an end to it once and for all. So Chuck and Mary specifically wanted to do something that could impact that. I know all of us have been impacted by someone that's been touched by that disease. So I think it's a fantastic cause. And I just want to say, figuratively speaking, hats off to you guys for doing that. It's a cool cause. And I am happy to support it. But the 25 off runs through the rest of this month. So anytime in November, you can use that. You can do Dre 22, or you can use any of the distributor codes that they gave you at the shows. Larry, I'm going to go to you real quick, see if you have anything you want to share before we go. If not.
I just appreciate your generosity in supporting those charities, because everybody's been touched by that. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah, very cool. Mr. Montez, Dre Montez, what you got, man?
It speaks volumes on what you guys do, Jimmy, Larry, and I really appreciate it. And Mountain Man Skrub, I'm proud to be a part of the rebranding institution. I will share this on my feed starting Friday and moving forward. I will have people log in with Dre Montez or Dre 22 to get the 25% off. Let's do it, Mountain Man Skrub. Get your scrub on today. Hands, feet,
get your scrub on.
Tattoos, baby.
Hands, feet, toes, and according to Chuck and Dre, everywhere in between.
Hello, America. He said it.
Yep.
Chuck, Mary, anything you want to add before we close it out?
I'm afraid our audio is working very well. So,
yeah, we'll have to get you
Dre's address. Let me send him some Mountain Man Skrub.
You got to show up, man. You got to show up to get some Mountain Man. I'm going to put that guard back on you.
I'm down the street.
All right. Well, then I'm going to wrap it up saying super proud to be associated with you guys. So grateful for the opportunity to reintroduce you to the world here, albeit in just a little way. And really looking forward to what the remainder of 2022 and what 2023 can bring. Congratulations to you both for your success, surviving and thriving in the pandemic.
Yep.
So
that's awesome.
All right. We'll see you guys later.
Well said.
A better way to wash your hands, all you hard-working mans. Mountain Man Skrub. MountainManSkrub.com. A better